If I could go back in time and have one conversation with my younger self, I wouldn't tell her which career to choose. I wouldn't tell her who to date. I wouldn't tell her what mistakes to avoid. But instead, I would tell her something far more valuable. I would tell her why she keeps doubting herself, why she overthinks every little thing, why she keeps seeking validation from the people who don't even think about her, and why she keeps repeating the same painful patterns without even realizing it. Because here's what nobody tells you: most of the battles we fight aren't happening in our lives, they are happening inside our minds. Because we believe things like, if people don't like me, something must be wrong with me, or everyone else has their life figured out except me, or something like, if I say no, people will leave me. The scary part isn't that we have these thoughts. The scary part is that we never question them. We simply believe them. And as a psychologist, I have realized that the quality of our life isn't just determined by what happens to us. It is also determined by the meaning that we give to those things that happen to us. So today, I am sharing 11 psychological truths I wish someone had taught me much earlier. Because understanding your mind won't eliminate pain, but it can save you from years of unnecessary suffering. So let's begin. People's opinions are usually about them, not you. Imagine holding a blue pair of glasses. Everything you see appears blue, right? Does that mean the world is blue? No. It means your lens is blue. People work the same way. They don't see you as you are. They see you through their fears, their insecurities, their past experiences, and their beliefs. And in psychology, we call it projection. Someone who secretly doubts themselves may constantly criticize others. Someone who was told that their dreams were impossible may tell you that yours are impossible too. So don't mistake someone else's projection for your reality. Always remember, the loudest opinions often come from the most wounded people. Your mind believes whatever you repeatedly tell it. Your brain is always listening. Every time you say, I am awkward, I'm ugly, I'm the most unluckiest person in the world, or I always fail, why is it always me? Why do I have to suffer all the time? What happens is your brain begins searching for evidence. And this is called confirmation bias. Your brain will filter out reality just to prove that your beliefs are right. So, change the story. And your brain starts noticing different possibilities. Speak to yourself like someone you're responsible to protecting. Because one day, your inner voice becomes your reality. Stop taking everything personally. Someone didn't text back, someone ignored you, or someone looked annoyed, and suddenly your brain creates an entire movie saying that they hate me, I did something wrong, why is it always me, what did I do? But here's the truth: most people are too busy worrying about themselves. They're thinking about their own problems, their own insecurities, and their own stress. Remember, not everything is about you. And strangely, that's one of the most freeing realization you will ever have. Emotional regulation is more important than intelligence. Hear me out. Have you ever met someone who was incredibly intelligent but couldn't handle criticism? They lost relationship because of their temper or made impulsive decisions in the moment of anger. Now, think about someone who stays calm under pressure, handles conflict with maturity. Who do you think is more likely to succeed? Psychology suggests that emotional regulation is one of the strongest predictors for resilience, healthy relationships, and long term success. Intelligence helps you solve problems, obviously, but emotional regulation determines how you respond when life becomes the problem. Anyone can stay calm, when life is easy. The real test is how you respond to rejection, disappointment, or failure. Can you pause before reacting? Or can you choose your response instead of acting on impulse? As Viktor Frankl said, between stimulus and response, there is a space. In that space is our power to choose our response. Let that sink in. Self respect teaches people how to treat you. Every time you ignore your own boundaries, you teach others that your needs don't matter. Every time you tolerate disrespect, you silently give permission for it to continue. People don't always respect what you say, they respect what you consistently allow. Listen, boundaries aren't selfish, they are self respect. Stop introducing yourself through your trauma. Whenever you say something like, I have always been anxious, my childhood ruined me, I'm just broken, this happened to me, that happened to me, be careful. Because every time you repeat that story, your brain strengthens it. Yes, your past deserves compassion, but it doesn't deserve permanent control over your future. See, healing begins when your identity becomes bigger than your wounds. Your mentality feels safe, but it keeps you stuck. See, life isn't fair. Some people genuinely start with disadvantages, and that part is true. But staying there and waiting for someone to rescue you only hands your power away. Learn to say no without feeling guilty. Every yes costs you something. Sometimes it's your pace, sometimes it's your time, sometimes it's your mental health. You don't need to explain every boundary. See, no itself is a complete sentence. And the people who become upset with your boundaries usually benefited from you having none. Nothing is worth losing your mental peace. Protect your nervous system. Not every argument deserves your energy. Not every friendship deserves another chance. Not every opportunity deserves your yes. If something repeatedly steals your mental peace, understand it's too expensive. You don't need to have your entire life figured out. Hear me out again. You don't need to have your entire life figured out right now. Yes, everyone appears successful, everyone seems ahead. But remember, social media only shows highlights. Nobody posts confusion, nobody posts crying in the bathroom, nobody posts feeling lost. Remember, growth is not linear. You're not behind, you are becoming. Stop trying to fix everyone. This lesson took me the longest to learn. You cannot heal someone who refuses to heal. You cannot love someone into changing. You cannot carry everyone else's emotional weight. See, yes, empathy is beautiful. Self sacrifice is not. Sometimes loving someone means allowing them to face the consequences of their own choices. If you have watched this far, I want you to understand that you will make mistakes, you will lose people, you will question yourself, and you will start over more than once, and that is okay because every experience is shaping the person you're becoming. As Carl Jung once said, until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate. So become aware of your thoughts, protect your peace, choose yourself without guilt. And remember, the most important relationship you will ever have is the one with your own mind. If this video resonated with you, I would love to hear which lesson spoke to you the most. And subscribe if you are passionate about psychology, mental health, becoming a better version of yourself. Because every week we will learn not only how to just survive life, but also how to understand the mind that experiences it. Thank you for being here. I'll see you in my next video.